Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Cosmic, and in this video we got our patch notes for the upcoming June update, which is the Avengers Forever updates. These patch notes are actually really big. Some people have some mixed reactions, but anyways, we don't have to worry too much about how people react. Let's get into these uniforms and see how good they are. And there's actually a lot of things going on in this patch now, so let's get into it. Alright, we got Iron Man, 1050 crystals, 40% discount, Blast Hero Male. They changed his 4-star and tier 2 passive. I hope that they changed his leadership because his leadership sucks, it's trash, but whatever, it's fine. For the uniform effect, he gets 15% chain hit damage on attacking, and he gets increased basic damage dealt to enemies with 30% HP or below by 200%. So they kept the effect that they had on him with the superior Iron Man uniform, which is great. For the tier 3 skill is still the same. The accumulation still the same as the superior Iron Man uniform. For the 4-star passive, it's quite literally the same as the previous uniform for him, the superior Iron Man. 20% critical rate increase, 20% dodge rate increase, and 20% energy attack increase. For his tier 2 passive, he gets critical damage increased by 50%, guaranteed dodge rate by 33%, and increased skill damage by 42%, and bonus damage by 30%. For the skills, first skill and second skill, nothing too spicy. They gave him a silence on his first skill, which is great. For his third skill, they give him 40% energy attacking, all attack increase, and 100% immunity to all damage for 5 seconds. This skill can also be cancelled, and the animation will still continue anyways, just from the texting of the the skill. When using manual controls, your character will continuously attack nearby enemies. So I'm guessing this is a cancelable skill. The fourth skill, they gave him all defense down, burn, 35% HP increase. 35% recovery with max HP, and increase basic damage by 100% for one attack. So they gave him a damage proc. Alright. Now, for the fifth skill, they gave him 40% all basic attack and defense frenzy buff, and some burn and shock damage to his skills, and they also give him paralysis for 3 seconds, ignores immunity. So he has 40% all attack, all defense increase, frenzy buff. He has 40% all attack increase from his third skill, that's 80%, and he has 20% energy attack increase from his 4-star passive, which is in total of 100% energy attack increase, or all attack increase, however you want it. They also gave him some damage proc. They kept the accumulation. He seems pretty solid on paper. Now, for Black Widow, this uniform will definitely seem like it is made for PvP, judging from the tier 2 passive and the uniform effects. So, for Black Widow, 1050 crystals, 40% discount, speed, superhero female. Uniform effect, when dodging, applies itself 35% chance to penetrate everything for 7 seconds. Alright. Debuff removal for 7 seconds, and damage reduction for 7 seconds. 40% damage reduction for 7 seconds on a 10-second cooldown. Alright? For the 4-star passive, dodge rate increases by 25%, 40% increase of physical attack, and ignore the target's dodge rate by 30%. The tier 2 passive, increase guaranteed dodge rate by 35%, increase guaranteed critical rate by 30%, and increase skill damage by 30%, and bonus damage by 35%. The first and second skill, nothing too impressive, just some shock and some paralysis. That's it. For the third skill, she has Eye from Ignore. She has 100% damage proc for one attack. She has 100% immunity for 5 seconds, All defense down that stacks up to 50%. Paralysis that ignores immunity and incapacitation. Fourth skill, she has 80% chance for missing attack for 3 seconds. All defense down that stacks up to minus 60%. And all basic defense increase by 55%. Alright, all basic attacks and basic defense increase by 55%. That's a frenzy buff right there. And she got a critical rate increase by 40% with incapacitation removal. Fifth skill, burn damage, stun, and paralysis that ignores immunity with 30% recovery of max HP and invincible for 3 seconds. She definitely seems solid for PvP, judging from the looks on paper. This is all on paper, by the way. We don't know how the skill looks like. Now, for my boy Robbie Reyes. Man, this icon looks spicy, bro. Universal superhero male, 1050 crystals. They changed his 4-star passive and tier 2 passive. I was hoping they would change his leadership a little bit, maybe increase it or enhance it, but it's fine. For the uniform effect, applies to self, increase chain hit damage by 10% when attacking, increase basic damage dealt to super villain faction by 60%, and decrease damage received from super villain faction by 70%. If he is made for PvP, Thanos is gonna be in trouble. Thanos is gonna be in big trouble. If this uniform made Robbie Reyes only for PvP, he's gonna be in big trouble. For the 4-star passive, it applies only to flame allies. Flame allies only. Increase fire resist by 60%. 80% chance to become immune to fire damage, and increase fire damage by 30%. For his tier 2 passive, applies to self, guaranteed dodge rate by 30%, guaranteed critical rate by 35%, and skill damage 25%, bonus damage 25%. First and second skill, nothing too impressive. The third skill, it gives him guard hit for 6 seconds with 30% all attack, all defense, frenzy buff. The fourth skill has iframe ignore. It has silence. It has 30% recovery max HP. It has 70% chance to penetrate everything for 7 seconds. And it has this extra 60% chance to penetrate with fire immunity effect. I don't understand why would you give him 60% chance to penetrate with fire immunity effect when you already gave him 70% chance to penetrate everything, including all damage immunity. Fire immunity is literally part of all damage immunity. When you give a character penetration to all damage immunity, he basically penetrates fire damage automatically. So I don't see what's the point of giving him 60% chance to penetrate with fire immunity effects. But alright. Fifth skill, he has all defense down that stacks up to minus 45%, and increase all basic attack and defenses by 35%. So he has a frenzy buff on his fifth skill, and he has another frenzy buff on his third skill. A 30% all attack on his fifth skill, on his third skill, and 35% all attack on his fifth skill. So that's 75% all attack increase. Alright, perfect. Now, for Blade, he gets a tier 3 actually. He gets a tier 3. We never got an announcement for him getting a tier 3, but he gets it anyways. Kinda weird, but alright. They changed his leadership. They changed his 4-star and tier 2 passive, by the way. He's a combat superhero male, 1050 crystals. For the uniform effect, he gives himself 20% increase of HP, and increased chain hit damage by 25% when attacking, and decreased basic damage received by 30%. For his 4-star passive, when bleed skill is used, I was hoping they would not give him anything about bleed related stuff, but they did it anyways. I guess I don't know what to say about this one, but bleed is completely useless in this game because we have debuff removal everywhere, so it's completely useless. When bleed skill is used, remove all debuffs for 5 seconds and recovers HP equal to 10% of damage dealt to a target. Cannot recover more than 3% of max HP. So I'm guessing he heals 30% of max HP on the course of 10 seconds. That's what I'm understanding from it. And he gives himself a 40% all attack, all defense frenzy buff for 10 seconds. And this 4-star passive is on 12-second cooldown. I hate passives that are on cooldown. They're literally the worst thing you could give to a character these days in 2022. Cooldown should never be part of any character's passive effects, whether it be tier 2 or 4 star. Should never be. It should be passive should be permanent. It should be active all the time. It should be passive. That's literally what passive is. It should be active all the time. But anyways, they gave him a cooldown on his 4 star passive. His tier 2 passive, ignore target dodge rate by 30% and skill damage increased by 40%, bonus damage increased by 35%. First skill, just some bleed. Second skill, also just some bleed with some missing attack. Third skill, burn damage with super armor, and all defense increased by 50%, 100% immunity to all damage, and all basic attack increased by 20%. His fourth skill has some burn damage, I believe, yeah. 3 seconds of invincibility and accumulation based on damage dealt by 1% for 7 seconds. And his fifth skill, it has silence, all defense down, ignores immunity that stacks out to minus 50%, and he gives himself a 20% recovery of max HP with a 100% chance to increase critical damage by 50% on critical attacks. So his critical damage will be increased from 200% up to 250%, if that makes sense, which is perfect. It's perfect for him if they wish to make the character deal more damage. It's actually pretty good. The tier 3 for Blade, the animation looks, I'm not gonna lie, the animation looks mid. It looks super mid. There's not so many hits. Yeah, and it's very long. It's a very long animation. If you guys can see, the animation is like way too long, and there's like so much wind up between each of these hits. Yeah, I don't like that, but it's fine. He looks cool with that stuff. He actually really looks cool with him with those shotguns and the sword, points it on the ground and flicks it. That, yeah, looks cool. But yeah, let's look at the ultimate skill effects. It gives himself 50% chance to penetrate everything for 9 seconds, invincibility for 5 seconds, a frenzy buff, 4% all attack, and 10% all defense increase for 9 seconds. Gives them also a damage proc by 70% for 1 attack. That's a lot. And some physical damage increase by 135% of physical attack. That's so cool. Robbie Reyes, Sam Alexander Nova, and Wasp Nadia Van Dyne will get an awakening. I was hoping that Robbie Reyes will get a tier 3, but he got an awakening. Not bad, but I hope that awakening is something great. Basically they all get the same effects almost, except for Robbie Reyes. You see, Wasp and Nova Sam Alexander, they all get this increased basic damage by 50% for 1 attack. Alright, but for Robbie Reyes, instead of it being a damage proc, it's 100% chance to increase critical damage by 20% on critical attack for 12 seconds. So basically his critical damage will be increased from 200% up to 220%. What the hell is that, bro? Why would you just give him a 20% increase only? I really don't like that, to be honest. I would prefer if they just gave him the damage proc. But yeah, they gave him 100% chance to increase critical damage by 20% on critical attack. Yeah, that's basically it. And these are the animation for them. This is the animation for Robbie Reyes and Nadia Van Dyne and Sam Alexander Nova. Yeah, looks really cool. Animation actually looks really cool. They make this huge tornado, like a cyclone thingy with the Robbie Reyes muscle car. But yeah, looks really cool. Iron Man gets a tier 4. He gets a tier 4. Now tier 4 skill effects is creates 2,500 shield upon successful attack, which can regenerate up to 75% of max HP, and increase attack by 1% for every 1% of the super hit shield. Increase attack by 1% for every 1% of the super hit shield, up to 70%. Not bad. That's not bad. Anyways, now there are lots of requirements for the tier 4 advancement system. Alright, there's so many requirements right here, but I'm going to try to summarize all of this for you guys in the best possible ways, because there's so much unnecessary things that are explained in here, so much unnecessary. It completely unnecessary stuff to be explained, but I'm gonna try to narrow it down for you what you need to do in order to get a character to tier 4. Alright, so first things first, the character has to be a tier 3 transcended potential. It has to be transcended or a tier 3. That's first. Second, you need to, second point and the third point are side by side, they're together. You need to get the potential level to 12, alright, and you need to get the character level to level 80. Alright, the fourth requirement, you have to enhance all their gears, alright, to level 30, and you need to upgrade all the skills to level 10. Alright, so tier 3 transcended, it has to be right there. For the potential, you need to get them to level 12. How do you get the potential to level 12? Well, here it is. In order for you to increase the potential for the character from level 7 to level 12, which will help you level up the character from level 70 to level 80, you will need to use tier 3 materials like Titan component packs and Essence of Dimension. However, these two items are extremely difficult to farm, I guess. Difficult to farm because the RNG kills it when they use these items. Alright, they're kind of difficult to farm. However, there is a third item on the far left that you guys can see. It says Life Seed. Now the Life Seed can be acquired in World Boss Legend. Alright, the Life Seed says right there, the new item Life Seed can be acquired from World Boss Legend, and I believe it's only exclusive in World Boss Legend only, no more. It's just World Boss Legend. So you have the Life Seed, you have the Essence of Dimension, and I have the Titan component packs. That's how you level up the potential for the character in order to get them to level 80. Alright, that's first. Second thing, in order for you to level up the character to level 80, you will have to use biometrics. However, it is preferably to use the biometrics of the character itself that you are leveling up. Why? Because if you use the biometrics of the same character that you want to level up to level 80, you will gain more XP. If you guys look in the picture, it says bonus for Iron Man, and under Iron Man's name it says 123,000 XP gain. For the other characters, Captain America, Yondu, Absorbing Man, Whiplash, and Bishop, if you guys look under their names, it says XP gain 98,000. So it's like 30,000 less XP when you use the biometrics of other characters, but not the biometrics of the character that you will be upgrading. So if you wish to upgrade the character in much more economical way to save the biometrics, use the biometrics of the character itself. That will help you out. So now we got this clear. You will need to use tier 3 materials to enhance the potential from level 7 to level 12, and you will need to use biometrics to increase the level of the character from level 70 to level 80. That's first. And you will need to use the Life Seed. I'll prefer to use the Life Seed, but we'll have to wait and see the drop rate of the Life Seed in World Boss Legend. If it's high, then probably go for the Life Seed, but if it's not high, then we have to discuss about that afterwards. So we got these 2 points out of the way. The next point, you will need to upgrade the character's gears to level 30. Alright, you have to upgrade the character's gears to level 30. How do you upgrade them to level 30? Well, after you get the character to level 70 and get the potential to level 12, yeah, when you try to upgrade the character's gears from level 25 to level 30, you will need to use 3 important items. The Cosmic Cube Fragment, CCF, you will need to use Carbonadium, and Soul of the Fall Type. Those are also 2 new items. Carbonadium is acquirable only in World Boss Legend, and Soul of the Faltine is acquirable only in Giant Boss Raid Dormammu. There's nowhere else where you can see the Soul of the Faltine based on these patch notes, except if you want to buy the items from the store, of course. But if you want to farm it, it's only in It's only in Giant Boss Raid Dormammu. That's where you farm the Soul of the Faltine. As for the Carbonadium, it is only available in World Boss Legend. So, you'll need to use Cosmic Key Fragment, Carbonadium, and Soul of the Faltine to upgrade the character's gears from level 25 to level 30. Now we got that point out of the way, we move to the next point. The next point is, well, oh yeah, I had to speak about this. This is actually very crucial. The skills have to be increased from level 6 to level 10. However, I do not like how they made it this way. So basically, you know that when you want to level up the character's skills from level 1 to level 6, you will only need to use gold. That's it, just pure gold, nothing more, nothing less, just gold. Now, you will need to use gold, and you will need to use the life seed. So they made the restriction even harder right now. The life seed, yeah, it became a lot more difficult right now. The life seed has to be used in the potential enhancements for the character, and you will have to use it again in the skill leveling up from level 6 to level 10. I do not like the restriction of that, but like I said, we're gonna have to wait and see how much the drop rate is for the life seed that they drop from World Boss Legend. I hope it's really high. I really do hope it's really high, so it can compensate the effort that will be put into leveling up the characters. So we got that point out of the way too. Now, when you want to get a character to tier 4, after you accomplish all these requirements, after you got the character to level to tier 3 or awakened or transcended, when you get the character to tier 3 or transcended, after you get the character's potential to level 12, after you increase the level of the characters to level 80, and after you get the gears to level 30, and after you get all the skills to level 10, then you can upgrade the character from tier 3 to tier 4. Now, what are the requirements for the tier 4? Well, you guys can see in the picture right here. It requires 1500 Soul of the Faltine. It requires 800 Carbonadium. It also requires 1000 Life Seed. And if you guys can notice, it requires books, 10 books. These are the Book of Vishanti. The Book of Vishanti is only acquired in Giant Boss Raid Dormammu. That's it. That's the only place where you will find it. Nowhere else. The Book of Vishanti is acquirable only in the Giant Boss Raid of Dormammu. Now, obviously, you guys can see the character stats can be increased, but we'll have to wait and see in the final update of the game. This is just a test server they're showing us just a screenshot of their test server, so we have to wait and see how it is in the final product of the game when the update lands. The striker skill will be unlocked when a hero is advanced to tier 4. Obviously, this tier 4 skill, it seems like it is a striker skill, which basically brings a character that you select to strike for you when you're attacking your opponents. To be completely honest, that sounds like co-op skill. That's basically how it sounds like, just some co-op skill. But yeah, I genuinely really hope the striker skill does a lot of damage, because if not, some people will be kind of disappointed. They'll be like, why would I even stress myself out to increase this character all the way to level 80 and waste all of these resources just for the character to do some doo-doo damage and not do anything for me? You get what I'm saying? So I really hope this striker skill does a lot of damage when it lands. However, the striker skill is very narrow, I would say. Let me read the description for you. I'll read the description. Equip one own hero as a striker. A tier 4 hero equipped with a striker can use a striker skill. The skill level will be based on the upgrade level of the equipped hero, and plus 2 additional levels will be applied when the instinct of the equipped hero matches the instinct of the tier 3 hero. So, a tier 4 hero. So basically, Iron Man is Justice. Basically, if you bring in a character who has the Justice instinct, then an additional plus 2 levels will be applied when the instinct of the equipped hero matches the instinct of the tier 4 hero. You can literally select any character you want to strike for you at this point. Any character. That's it. You select any character from your roster to strike for you. That's all it is. Alright? Now, when the striker skill is used, the hero set as striker will use a skill and an additional buff effect will be applied to the tier 4 hero. Alright? Just some additional buff effects, and that's it. The skill ball will only be activated when the skill gauge has reached 100%. That's it. And the skill gauge will charge as time passes, or when the first 5th skills are used. So in order for you to charge up the striker skill, you need to use the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 5th skill. That's it. But the tier 3 will not charge the striker skill. Basically how it is. So you have to use from 1 to 5 skills to charge up the striker skill, but the tier 3 skill will not charge it up. And just like that. And the striker skill will have the same stats as the same hero that agent possess. So basically, the stats that your hero has, say for example Captain America is at tier 3, the stats of the striker skill will be Captain America tier 3. There it is. It's that simple. It's not too complicated. I just didn't want to go through each text of these because it really is complicated. It really is. They made it complicated way too much. But yeah, now we got the way from the tier 4. Now I'll try to explain it to you in the best possible way. Hopefully my explanation of the tier 4 helps you out in the best possible way, because there was so much explanation that were completely unnecessary. Now, we get a giant boss raid improvements and a new boss, Dormammu. That's right, giant boss raid Dormammu is here. And I'm kind of not liking how Dormammu looks like at the same time, because this is a existing look of Dormammu. I'm really hoping Dormammu gets a uniform, to be honest, because he's criminally depowered in this game, bro. But yeah, this design of Dormammu, we already had it. We already had this design, this look for Dormammu. It's literally default Dormammu without his uniform. That's it. That's it. But yeah, Dormammu will be added as a new boss. The tier 4 advanced materials, Soul of the Falcon and the Book of Vishanti can be acquired from Giant Boss Raid Dormammu. Like I said, these 2 items, alright, you can literally see them right there in the panel. It says rewards available. You can see the CTB of Authority. On the right, you can see the Book of Vishanti, and on the right, you can see the Soul of the Falcon. These 2 are only acquired in Giant Boss Raid Dormammu. Only. Nowhere else. Either Giant Boss Raid Dormammu or by packs from the store. That's it. That's the only place where you will find it. Alright, now that I explained for you where these rewards exist, the difficulty of each of these giant boss raids is different from the other. So you guys can see in the picture, you see Dormammu has 3 stars, which is at the bottom, and in the middle is Galactus at 2 stars, and Mashamon is at 1 star. 1 star, 2 star, 3 star basically explains to us that each of these giant boss raid is different level of difficulty. Basically, each of them has a different level of difficulty. Alright, 1 star means easy, 2 star means medium difficult, and 3 star means extremely hard, to put it that way. Alright, and we also have the ability to actually play Giant Boss Raid solo mode right now. We actually have to play solo mode right now. Now, just notice, Master Mode and Galactus, if you was to use the boost points for them, Master Mode and Galactus will require 35, but Dormammu will require 40 boost point each time you increase your boost point level. Alright? Instead of it being 35 like Galactus and Master Mode, it's gonna be 40 for Dormammu. Alright? That's how it is. Also, the requirements will be very different. Alright? Master Mode and Galactus, the requirements for the characters that you will be using are Tier 2, 6-star Advanced, level 60. At the very least, this is the very least. Alright? For Dormammu, the very least is Tier 3 or Awakened characters. Just like World Boss Legend, you can't use Tier 2 characters when you play against Null or Mephisto or Ultron. You can only use Tier 2 characters as strikers, but as the team that you will be using, they have to be Tier 3 or Awakened. Same thing for Dormammu right now. You will have to use Tier 3 or Awakened characters. But for Galactus and Master Mode, you can use level 60 Tier 2 characters against them. Pretty simple. Nothing too complicated with that. Also, like I said, players can now play Giant Boss Raid solo. As they said right here, the number of agents required to start Giant Boss Raid battles has been changed from 3 to 1. The difficulty of the boss increases as more agents participate, but the rewards will be increased as well. So if you want your rewards to be increased, you will have to play with other players as well. You'll have to share a lobby with other players. However, you can play solo, but the rewards will be minimal compared to being maximal with 3 players. Alright? So if you want to maximize the most of your rewards, you have to play with 3 players. But if you wish to go solo, the rewards will not be as much as you will get when you play with 3 players, if that makes sense. And I think that's fair, to be honest. But like I said, the difficulty will be increased the more agents join and participate with you. So there's that. And they say it right here, if more users join the battle, more rewards are available. There it is. You guys can see, and the Giant Boss rewards are these. You guys can see. For Master Mode, just regular Master Mode, you get Type Enhancement Gold, Premium Comic Card Token, 10 limit by day, and some CTPs. But we all know the CTPs don't drop that often. But I hope after this update the CTP drop rate increases, hopefully. And for Galactus type, you will get CTBF rate obviously, and you get Silver Surfer BIOS daily 2 cannot be acquired when owning the superhero obviously. And for Dormammu, you will get the Solar 5 time daily limit is 150, and the Book of Ashanti is daily limit 1. You will get only 1 Book of Ashanti per day and 150 Solar the File time per day. That's it. You will also be able to farm biometrics for Dormammu if you don't have him, obviously. So, for the players who don't have Dormammu, if you have not used your crystals to unlock Dormammu, good for you, because you can be unlocking Dormammu right now for free from Giant Boss Raid Dormammu himself. Alright? And the day limit for his bios are 2. Alright? Only 2 daily limits for his bios. So, the players who did not use crystals to unlock Dormammu from the store, congratulations, you get to unlock Dormammu for free from Giant Boss Raid. Well done. I really like that. I really like that. The daily acquirable count for the new reward Solar the Falcon and the Book of Ashanti biometric will be limited. Obviously, so right there, it says right there, it's actually going to be limited. Also, I do not like what they've done right here. Look at this, the fourth point. The acquisition location of the card crafting cubes has been changed to dimension rifts. So if you wish to farm card crafting cubes, you will have to play dimension rifts, which sucks because dimension rifts is really players don't even play that much because the rewards are not that good. Anyways, they're honestly not that good. Players don't even play timeline survival at all. Players, almost nobody plays dimension rifts. Dimension rifts only lasted for like 1 week and people forgot about it. Alright, that's it. The rewards were not that good at all. But yeah, the difficulty for Giant Boss Ray Galactus has also been changed. His HP and defenses has been increased, and he has some patterns that have changed as well. And he also has a temporary invisible effect will be applied when the face changes. So that way you cannot immediately one-shot Galactus, because that will not be fun to just one-shot Galactus immediately just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, players these days, they just use Moonstone or Super Giants or Sharon Rogers or any of these high DPS characters. They just immediately one-shot Galactus just like that, one tap, just one rotation from Moonstone and Galactus is gone, bro. He's demolished. He's like bam bam bam, gone. All right, so I think this is actually a fair change they made. Increases defense and HP and gives some temporary invisible effects. Invincible effect will be applied when the face changes, so I think that's actually pretty good. That is actually pretty good. The daily acquisition limit of premium card tokens exchange during what? Anyways, that point is completely irrelevant. Anyways, yeah, it's completely irrelevant. Anyways, War Boss Legend difficulty division. Basically, this one they just divide the War Boss Legend for you. They tell you which one of the War Boss Legends is more difficult than who. So basically, Null is Legend level 1, and Mephisto is Legend number 2, and Infinity Ultron is Legend level 3. Alright, kind of makes sense because Infinity Ultron is extremely painful to kill. He's really tough, and he's a very tanky dude, and he has a lot of HP. So it makes sense why he's Legend 3. And Mephisto is Legend 2 because, well, he iframes a lot. He iframes a lot, and he has a lot of chip damage that he can apply to you all the time, and he can kill you pretty quick with that fire residual damage that keeps hitting you second by second, minute per minute. It kills you really quick. So yeah, and Null, well, Null is like literally mid. He's pretty easy to take out. So yeah. Also, the rewards for each of these bosses have actually been improved based on the difficulty division. I like this. So basically, remember when Ultron came out, Infinity Ultron came out, people were really excited. They were really excited, but at the same time they kind of were not excited because the rewards were the same as War Boss Legend, Null, and Mephisto. But this time they made the change that each of these War Boss Legends, the rewards drop rate will be higher, alright, than the other one based on their level of difficulty. So we know Legend 3 is Infinity Ultron, so that's probably where the most highest drop rate rewards will be dropped in it. So if you want to maximize the most of your World Boss Legend rewards, you will probably have to play Ultron, mostly, more so than Mephisto and Null, basically, from the understanding of this text. And like I said, the tier 4 advancement materials, you guys can see them in the picture. There you guys can see next to the Reforged CTP of Energy, you can see the Life Seed and Carbonadium. Life Seed and Carbonadium are only available in World Boss Legend. They're not available anywhere else in this game except World Boss Legend, or you buy them from the store, however you want. So yeah, there you guys have it. It's right there. You guys can see the acquirable rewards for it, and you guys can see the tier 4 upgrade materials. It's highlighted in a light green color. Life Seed and Carbonadium, that's where they exist, just in World Boss Legend only. So yeah, that's basically it. And also they picked up the CTP Reforging Core They changed the location of the CTP Reforging Core from World Boss Legend to Dimension Rifts as well. So Dimension Rifts right now has the CTP Reforging Core, and it has the comic called Crafting Cubes. Both of them, both of the most important items, are in a useless game mode. Obviously useless because nobody plays it, but now people have to play it in order to farm these items if they wish to reforge their CTPs or craft their cards. So yeah, we have new artifacts, by the way. Iron Man artifact is actually pretty straightforward. Increase basic damage dealt to bosses by 25%. Black Widow's artifact is literally the same as Spider-Man's artifact. 20% chance to dodge all attacks. Blade's artifact is literally when you use HP steal, increase all basic attacks by 10%. That stacks up some plus 70%. Right? For Robbie Reyes, when you use the skills, not the regular auto skill, just like 1 to 5 skills or any of tier 3 skill or his awakened skill. He has awakened skill, yeah. When you use any of his skills, applies to flame allies only. Increase fire damage by 30% of fire resist. That's actually bad, really bad. And he gives 50% fire damage increase afterwards. So there's a 30% fire damage increase based on the fire resist, and there's an extra 15% fire damage increase. For Nadia Van Dyne, it's actually pretty mid. All allies get 10% recovery of max HP every 10 seconds when she uses her skills. And for Nova, Sam Alexander, he decreased basic damage received by 20%, and he ignores non-boss enemy damage decreased by 15%. That's not bad. That's actually not bad. We got some Future Pass season and the rewards for them. You guys can see them right there. We also have some new icons for Blade, Iron Man, and Black Widow. Yep. We also have a new uniform collection. Right here we can see Iron Man and Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, Blade, and Black Widow. And there are some other improvements and changes and game error fixes that are not that impactful anyways. So yeah, these are the patch notes. These are basically the patch notes. There are some mixed reactions about it. I have some mixed feelings about it, to be honest. I like them, but at the same time I have some questionable stuff about the tier 4 materials, these life seed, when you have to use it for the skills, and you have to use it to enhance the character level, and you also have to use it to get the level enhanced potential increase. So there's that. You also have to use it to advance the character from tier 3 to tier 4. So yeah, I have some questionable stuff about it, but overall I really like these patch notes, to be completely honest. The only thing that bothered me is the tier 4 materials and how they're quite unbalanced in a way, I would say. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe I'm judging too soon. We'll have to wait and see the drop rates of these materials. If they are very well balanced, then it's actually perfect for the character. If it's too much, where you have to wait like 2 months, I believe, or a whole month to get the characters tier 4, maybe questionable, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what people think about this. I'm not the only person to be given his own opinion on these patch notes. We'll have to wait and see what other people think about these patch notes. But yeah, I really hope the explanation that I gave for how to get the character from tier 3 to tier 4 helped you out, because my goodness gracious, these explanations right here they made was way too unnecessary. There's so much stuff in here. There's so much text in it. This is like a Bible, bro. This shit is like a fucking Bible. Too much stuff. And I really didn't want people to just like get confused on how to navigate through all of this stuff, so I had to narrow it down to the best possible way. Yeah, really hope my explanation of the tier 4 requirements helped you out in the best possible way, and I really hope it did. I really do. So yeah, these are the patch notes, ladies and gentlemen. Tier 4 for Iron Man, 4 new uniforms, Awakening for Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, and Sam Alexander, Nova, and also Wasp, Nadia Van Dyne. And we got a new giant boss rider, Dormammu, available for us to play. We have to wait and see how good he is, and how difficult he is, and how challenging he is, and how fun he is. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up right here, guys. I'm gonna have to wait until the patch notes, not that patch notes, excuse me, until the update lands. The update lands, well, the maintenance starts from 4 p.m. from 4 p.m. Pacific time zone up until 12 a.m. Pacific time zone. So it's like 8 hours of maintenance. All right, 8 hours of maintenance, and then the update will land. Yeah, I'm actually really excited about this. I'm really excited about this. I'll try to get Iron Man tier 4 as soon as I can, and see how good he is when he gets to the tier 4 status, and how strong he will become, and how impactful he will be for PvE content, because he definitely seems like made for PvE only. But yeah, I'm really actually excited about this update, and I'm really happy about these patch notes. So overall, I'm excited, and I think you all should be excited, and we all should have fun playing with this game, bro. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it right here, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share to help the channel grow, and hit the notification ring bell so you won't miss out on any of the upcoming videos that I'll be posting on these 4 new uniforms. And comment down below in the comment section what do you guys think about these patch notes, what do you like to discuss with me, what do you think overall about all these characters and about the tier 4 in general. And join my Discord server, you will discuss with me about these new uniforms and these patch notes. And I'll see you guys later on the next video. Take care. Peace.